Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining me here today so that we could discuss Not Quite Hollywood. So this is a documentary about the Australian film industry. It tracks it all the way back to the days when very few films were being made. They had tight censorship. An uphill climb to get a real, film industry going there. Once the censorship was lifted somewhat, it opened up a floodgate of over-the-top bawdy comedies that were like big hits, especially internationally, but not all Australians were happy about the way, that their culture was being presented in these movies. And at the same time, there was like this clash between people who, liked these outlandish movies, these the vulgarity, versus people who wanted like more art house films, that showed a different side of, Australian culture. And the documentary does a good job of kind of showing that back and forth, as well as kind of the backlash from the critics over those bawdy movies. Then it kind of segues into like more erotica, then into like exploitation horror. Finally, it lands into like action, with an emphasis on Mad Max style stuff, apocalyptic car crashes, big stunts. And this is where the movie spends a lot of time, and I'm glad, is it looks at the stunts that are involved and how crazy they were, and especially takes some extra time to look at Mad Max and show just how insane it is that movie got made and how absolutely bonkers the shoot was. I mean, it's if you've seen Mad Max, like watch this documentary and then watch Mad Max again. I think you'll have like an even better like appreciation for it. But then it also kind of wraps up by letting you know like what's going on there now. How's the film movement going on there? Which not now, but at the time the documentary was made. What influences were coming from the old school into the new school, stuff like that. I think this is a great documentary. I think the pacing is great. If you've seen Electric Boogaloo, the Canon documentary, this is the same filmmaker. I thought I did a great job of showing a wide expanse of the different film types. There's tons of clips, there's trailers, there's talking head interviews. You got Quentin Tarantino just pretty much gushing the entire movie. But I thought they did a really great job of giving a snapshot into the history of the Australian film industry in a very fun, entertaining kind of way. This is not dry. This is not, boring or, whatever. Like, this is not academic. This is just a really kind of over the top as the movies themselves. Like, look at the Australian film industry. I had a great time with it. I think it's a great documentary, and I highly recommend it if you're a fan of Australian film especially, but exploitation, horror, action, so on and so forth. But that's my review. I really like the movie. Definitely high recommendation. But thank you so much for watching this review. And if you want to see any more, I've got a full movie review playlist. What's wrong with me? Right here on YouTube. But until then, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you soon.